off again. Hier, ou Tom. Carlo, wat doen met jou? Carlo? Hey. Tsaka saam met die enetjie daar by. Gesondheid julle.
Om die geskenkies te oorhandig aan hulle beide spanne.
Etienne se keer.
school.
Marcus van Rensburg, luister vir my. Marcus! Marcus!
Orange. Orange. Orange.
A very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, Opa and Omar, Buti and Sissy, wherever you may be watching as friends of the two schools, you will be cheering on a test match here in Bellville, where we have the host, Bellville First Team, the Bellville Horse School, hosting their friends DF Malan. And what a test match it's going to be. If you thought the test match was only in Johannesburg at Ellis Park, trust me, the festivities, the atmosphere, the crowd gatherings here at the Bellville Horse School are just as immense. It's going to be a test match, and trust me, there's been an amazing spectacle of rugby played throughout the morning. We have just had the ceremonies now, the headmasters and head principals, should I say, introducing each other to the teams, and then we are set here. The crowd is gathered. We have had weather here that even the ducks went home because it was too wet, but not the faithful of the two schools. They have stayed and they are ready to be entertained because the sun is coming out. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a rainbow effect here today in witnessing a test match at the Bellville Horse School. Let me start by saying the friends, the visitors, DF Malan, founded in 1954, making them 71 years old as a school. Their motto, for Jou South Africa, and today, besides for Jou South Africa, I can believe it when they call out for Jou DF Malan as a school, because as a school they've staan baie groot and baie hoog. Some Springboks that might have come to name, more international achievers. You've had the Springbok Werner Greef, he wore the blue colours of the DF Malan team. And then not only are they rugby acknowledged, but international cricket umpire known around the world went to this school, DF Malan, and that is Marais Erasmus. The hosts, Bellville First Team, Bellville Rural School. They were founded in 1937, an 88-year-old school. The motto, as was called out by the cheerleaders, Paratus ad omnia, gereed for alles. And if ever they need to be gereed for alles, it's today, where they're going to have to stand tall and let their colours of maroon, blue and gold stand out proudly. Well-known legendary names, Springbok Davy de Villiers, John Willett, and not so long ago, Carlo Sardi, represented South Africa under 20, but also proudly Bellville Hoërskool. We seem to be set here today. The referee, the man, the music man in the middle, I call it the director of the rugby on the field, is going to be Mr. Jaco Smith. And he will be bringing us a test match to whet our appetites for what comes at 5 o'clock. Jaco Smith says, let the games begin. It's a great kick down forward, well received and taken forward by DF Malan. They playing in the light blue colours. You can see Aidan Olivier, the hooker, just standing his pillar there. Exit plan is good. It's not out at the moment. Bellville now driving forward. Onto the ball is Smuts. This is good play again from the men in the maroon and white. Through the hands it went of Robertson. It's pick and go time. Smuts yet again. The big man coming through is Kotza. You can see his presence being felt. Smuts again. They're playing the crash ball here. Oh, Bellville. 1, 2, 3, 4 phases. That's topple over. Referee's arm will go out. If that was a bag of potatoes, it fell off the truck. Trust me. Through the hands it'll go now of Boertes. Coming back on the far side, Smuts needs quick ball. He finds it in the form of Stale. Taking it on further. Smuts feeds back inside. Robertson brought to ground. Smuts over the head it went of De Wet. Out wide it'll go to Okamp, the captain. Mighty cheer for Okamp when he led his team onto the field today. Here he comes yet again, Stian Kotza, involved in this close in contact. The men taking it on further. 7, 8 phases now. Patience is the key word. And referee will come back for the original infringement. Straight arm as well. You can see that was the sack of potatoes that was thrown off the truck. No arms used in that. And referee Jaco Smith had no hesitation but to say, gentlemen, what would you like? And Bellville, no hesitation to say, parle to us, asseblief, meneer. And what a sensible call that's going to be to get those early points on the board. The vice-captain, James Parker, steps forward, and he's the man that's going to do the honours for us today. Mighty cheer for Bellville as Parker just tickles that one over. And a 3-0 lead at the present moment. 2 minutes, just under 3 minutes into the game. Bellville take it 3-0. That's a good hanging kick. That's come off DF Malan. It has gone forward. Referee will play the advantage. Smuts, he finds the ball. He looks for Boertes. Through the hands it's going. And now the hard running Lochenberg. He beats one, he beats two. Here's Okamp, the captain. Back inside, and this is great expressive rugby. From their hosts, they've come to play, bundled into touches, Ruxan Sparks. But great running from Lochenberg, Alvino Lochenberg. He's one to watch because hey, het spoed. The first line out here of the match, Corne Driftout, the hooker for DF Malan. He's going to have to find the middle Koliki on the dartboard. He does that. Through the hands it goes of Colin Berger, the captain, scrum off. He's back on the ball again. DF Malan now, they bring it around close fringes. Where is it, Colin Berger says? Here for me. He's got to stand off. Breaking one, breaking two. Playing the blind side of DF Malan. That's the way to go. Just chip away on the blind side, and referee saying now, come back for the knock-on. Fingers are cold in this RC weather, but ladies and gentlemen, how honoured we are that we can have this game taking place without the rain that has been falling here for over an hour, and it hasn't just fallen, it has pelted down. So to get this clear sky now, we are very, very blessed. What a festival, what an inter-schooler, an inter-schools derby. The crowds have come out. I believe the town is actually almost closed down because everybody wants to get here for this kickoff, which is now 5 minutes into the game. Smuts feeds. Referee says turnover ball. It's taken onto the boot by Berger. Downfield it goes. Bellville bringing it back. Good running from Liam Cake. And referee saying, straight off your feet. And this is like making sure that when you are at ruck time, you've got to stay on your feet. You cannot go to any drive-through where you place in an order to get your takeaway and stall your car. You've got to stay on your feet, and then you'll be able to drive through and collect your order. Too many times, as we hit ruck situation, people feel it's a stop sign, and off the feet they go. But a great kick now as well by DF Malan. And corner drift out. I say, Kumbano, we're now going to have to capitalise from that. The kick was good. Drift out. He gets the code. Given to him by Palvi. And it's gone to the back, and I'm sure that wasn't the one that was wanted. It's a knock forward, fingertips. Referee playing on, trying to keep the test match atmosphere going. And he's saying, no, I gave you the advantage, and you could have done slightly better, but you've gained advantage, not much, and he's going to let the game flow. Interesting call that by Mr. Smith. Maybe coaches would have wanted him to go back for the first infringement, but positivity is used today. People have come to watch inter-schooler at its very best. Drift out. Taken in the skies, coming around the front. That's clever play. Beautifully was secured. Donnie Noel, give him credit for that. DF Manel. DF Malan now, spreading the ball wide through the hands of Bester, the vice captain. Taking the game to Bellville. Berger waits patiently. Can I have somebody coming through at pace, please? Pulled towards them is Palvi, bringing through Bellville. Referee's arm has to go out for that. Patience again from Berger. No rush. He knows he's got the straight arm penalty. And there it comes. And referee indicating offside lines or a hard tackle as well. You can have your options. And very interesting here that DF Malan, first signal, they looked like they were going to the touchline. But sense has prevailed. And the best thing is, after 8 minutes, to get the scores equal. Called up to do the honours is Eben Bester, the vice captain. And a man of his talent and skills, he can tickle this one over. Just listen for the click of the leather boot on the leather ball. You don't have to listen for anything else. If you hear a click, you know it's savoured to Cindy Parlour. A bit of a doof there and straight through. 9 minutes gone, ladies and gentlemen, and wherever you're watching, I'm glad you joined us because the round one of Test Match Day is here. Yes, we're going to light those fires later for our beloved Booker. But right here, fires are lit for Bellville and their visitors, DF Malan. The test match fever is here at lunchtime. That's unfortunately could have gone straight into touch. Referee will give the options. Kick again, scrum, and I'm sure the rugby fundies will also know that the other option is that you can take a quick throw or take a line out as well on the halfway line. There are variations that can be called for that. Many a time that quick throw on the halfway line is not allowed, it's overruled. But if it hasn't touched anybody in the crowds, you can run down the touchline and take the quick 5-meter throw. Well, Colin Berger, he's not going to take anything quickly today. Calm, cool, collected in his thought processes, the captain, Colin Berger. Patiently waiting. Here you can see on the far side, Heinrich Jacobs, the tarted, in the red scrum cap. Picked up at the back by LaRue. Clearing out, coming from Vermeulen. Berger now. The big men running on. Berger again has a look. A bit of a dummy cell. It's good play by DF Malan, finding their feet and coming back into the game. Berger. Jacobs. The target I was referring to. Is a turnover ball. And referee will say, oh, there we are. Hands in the ruck situation. The ruck is formed. So the only way you can participate is stay on your feet and drive through. Keep your hands out of the ruck, especially when it's become a stationary situation. Leave that to the hard-working scrum halves. What an atmosphere here at the Bellville Horse School. Pleasure to be here, honoured to be here and experience the local derby here in the suburbs. Wonderful to see the community support. The cheerleaders, we even had the Queen selected. And I mean that, the ladies from their schools were in their long gowns and they led the teams out onto the field to meet the respective principals. So we've had it all. We've had the bands playing, the drums are still beating. And Corne drift out now. He has to make sure the forwards beat to his call, his line out. Palvey says, we are going to the front. Up he gets his man. Brought down beautifully, looks breakaway time. Berger yet again looks on the blind side. He finds Jacobs, trying to clear out his Palvey. Berger now, first time he's trying to go through the sliding door. The ball is out, anybody can play, referee agrees. It's a beautiful steal from Bellville. That could have been Stale that did that. The kick downfield. Backwards, so now they can attack from there. Peter Delport, he gets the cheer from the entire school from his fullback position. Play on, says the referee. Kotza gets it through the hands quickly. But he'll come back for the straight arm. No hands again, no arms in the tackle. Interesting to see the big men there running at the first receiver position and Stian Kotza and soft quick hands. But now, James Parker, the vice captain, can he hit this down the fairway? And he does just that. Gains his side about 20 meters. But the most important thing, they're going forward. Aidan Olivier. He knows how important this throw-in is. Bellville forwards know how it goes. There's a dummy jump in the front from Sparks, but it goes to the back. It's gone up like popcorn on the stove. Referee says, but that popcorn will be in the favour of Bellville. Let it come is the call. Smuts gets it through the hands now. Once again of Boertis. Met in the middle, trying to clear out will be Lochenberg. Smuts gets it back. Good hard running. Oakham brought down. Bellville now taking it back to close quarters. Smuts again looking for runners. Stian Kotzer. He says, I'm here to play. You're not going to stop this 4x4 today. Sparks taking it on further. Clearing out, standing above it is Christian de Vet. He's got to push those blue jerseys away. And if he doesn't, you're going to get your hands in. There we go. And as referred to earlier, do not stop at ruck time. Drive through at the takeaway. Place your order. Drive on 20 metres further. Fetch your order from the second window. One of the skills that must be rehearsed all the time, not just here in this game and the first infringement, but right through from the youngest to the oldest. Ruck time is so important. Stay at your feet and drive through. They have a healthy exit there in DF Malan and Cornet drift out. Once again, Palvi whispers to him. It's a short line out. And I'm sure Palvi didn't whisper that. Maybe the next whisper will be Rachait meneer Driftout. No skew throws needed here today because it's given it straight back to Aiden Olufir. They also keeping it short. 4-man line out. But whatever Mr. Drifto does, so Mr. Olufir's done. Conditions a bit windy out there. Soft hands off Yuan LaRue, the number 8 for DF Malan. It's pick and go time. It's going, most definitely going now. Berger looks on the blind side, offloaded from Vermeulen. Berger yet again. Here comes the hard running Jacobs. He gains 4-5 meters. 2 grounded goes. Bellville now. WrestleMania is starting to happen. Stand your ground. Bellville have to close this defense now. Coming up quickly, beating one, but Dylan Thompson takes it further. Berger. You can hear the all for the knock-ons. But referee will go back for a penalty infringement. And then now I call on all of you watching. To the corner or for parlour. And trust me, why they underestimate the value of kicking for poles, please remember that a penalty kick is worth half a try. And if you get that opportunity, 2 of those kicks give you your full try that you try and work on throughout the game. But the young men know that they can capitalise here. They want to say, sir, we don't want 3 points, we want 7. So drift out now. He's going to have to make sure that it is Rachet. Get the ruler out, Mr. Cornet drift out. And get your jumpers up early. But half a try is so important. Penalty kicks. Just ask Henry Pollard and World Cup finals how they won with 1 point difference. That's a great throw. Up goes Kuchel. DF Malan now brought to ground. Are they going to be able to capitalise from the penalty to the touchline? They go forward. Jacobs doing hard work there. It's a tight head. The body height is good from the men in light blue. Bellville trying to close the pillars of defence. Doing well. Knocking the statues back. The body height is impressive. Berger's got his hands on the ball. And holding on could be that call. And there you can see referee Jaco Smith giving himself a hug. And that shows you that he is calling Jy hou die bal vas, meneer. So well done to Bellville. James Parker, he gets that ball downfield. It's gone a long way, but it hasn't found touch. It's found Delport. And he is full of running. Berger again. Can they get the holding on? Please, can the Bellville Rugby Spirits send a message out? Parlour 2, half a trial. That is the importance. And I think Captain Okamp, he's got his instructions across already to Jaco Smith. And a very sensible call here by Bellville to say, in the 20 minutes of the game, let us take the lead. Dit staan gelijk op at the moment. 3 punte elk. And Parker, he could earn himself some fame here with the local crowd if he tickles this one through the uprights. That's gone past. That's gone past. I don't know why the crowd were getting too excited about that. And as you can see, the 22 dropouts, so no penalty conversion there. That's very well received by Okamp, but the tackle is good from DF Malan. Smuts, he waits. And referee says the A-arm had already indicated that there is the tackle by the greatest tackler on a rugby field. That is the touchline. It runs, 80, 100 metres down the field. And that whitewash on the touchline will never miss a tackle. That's why step away from it. Drift out. What good line-out work now? Berger, dummies 1, dummies 2. Clearing out is drift out yet again. It's pick and go time from the men from DF Malan. And holding again will be the call. And sealing off either one. And going to ground with DF Malan and holding on is the call. Parker. That's a great kick. We told you that this is going to be a test match, ladies and gents. You didn't have to buy a plane ticket to get to Johannesburg because it's here. It's happening in Bellville. And it's 3 points each with 22 and a half minutes gone in this game. Straight away, Aiden Oliphant. They try the front, but then they are going to be closing the space. As well as delayed throw. It'll be a short arm. Free kick. And looks like Bester taking that further forward. Well, I'm sitting here. Aren't you getting excited from this game? But aren't you getting excited as we reach into the afternoon? Because the Bokke are at the favourite Lions Den. And they are there to welcome Australia to our beloved country. The Lion King is going to be roaring this afternoon. Go Bokke. Well, taken in the line out is Robertson. He played the ball into the back of DF Malan player, who is then ruled as offside from the structured play in the line out. And Parker, he hit the last one with his big boom boom down the driveway. Can he do just the same? That is a magnificent kick from the James Parker vice captain for Bellville. Now he's put his side into an attacking position. Aidan Olifier, you've got to make sure with your men now that you secure this line out. A lot of pressure on all of them. Over the top it goes, but it's taken at the back. This could be close. It's short time. It's capital T. It's capital R. It's capital Y. And let's have a look and say, was that Sean van Willig? That could have gone. Sean van Willig found it at the back of the line out. It went over the top. Put his head down. Body height was good. But credit James Parker with that long distance penalty kick to touchline, who put them into an attacking position. And Aidan Olifier, take your credit, because you too had to make sure of your line outs. James Parker, the man I mentioned, he's back now. The flags are raised. 10 points to 3, 25 minutes gone. Time flies when you're having fun, and here we're having fun at the Bellville High School, where the community has come in great numbers to be entertained here. There are going to be big parties out here in the suburbs after this game, up until the test match and beyond later. Taken there. Look like Robertson. Arm will go out for playing the 9 off the ball. As you can see, referee indicating taking the number 9 out as well. Number 9 is a protected man now. And James Parker to do yet the same thing. Still a good enough kick. That's gone forward. Might only be 10-15 meters, but the most important word is forward. And where does the variation go now? Will it go to Robertson, the number 4 lock, or the bigger Stephen Style? Waiting for the ball. Aidan Olifier. Referee says, let's just calm it down. It's wonderful to hear the tempo being picked up here on the stands. We're surrounded by about 3,000 school children from both schools here, as you can hear in the background. Olifier, it's over the top. Referee says play on. Sensible refereeing, because it's windy out there. Bellville setting up the pods in the middle of the field. Smuts back onto the boot of Parker. Has he overhit that? Yes, he has. It hits the gazebo. The game plan was correct. The exit was good. But James Parker just overdoing that one. Line out good is great from DF Malan now. The leg drive is good. They can't collapse this. Referee's arm is already out for that exact call. And there, when it's an actual slow rumble in the jungle, you got to let everybody continue rumbling before you make it crash. And that's what Bellville did. Pull down the rolling maul. And now Bester. High school pooks too. How exciting it will be if DF Malan now, if they could actually score and convert and take it close to a 10-all gelijk op for half time. At the moment, 10 points to 3. Well, please excuse me if it's coming across a little louder, but our table controller's got it because I'm sitting amongst the cheerleaders and I'm sitting here with the two schools in the stands and I'm learning all the war cry words and the school songs, you name it. It is happening throughout this half. Congratulations to the learners from both schools on the sideline, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen from the schools. They are here and this is what it's about. Get behind your school and support. Well, getting up into the air is Kruchel. Has it gone down again? No, it hasn't. The leg drive is good. It does come to a standstill. Got to get it from LaRue at the back. The driver's continuing. And now there is a breakaway and crisscrossing. And as soon as you break away and you have broken up the loose maul, you've changed channels, and that will mean an automatic crisscross penalty. Changing channels and breaking away, as you can see indicated, the maul then becomes open play. Parker, last time he overkicked his kick from natural play and he's gone a little bit conservative now, just hitting that about 5 meters. He's got the ability to strike it a lot more. And all we need to continue with the game is a rugby ball, which arrives for Aidan Oliphant. Up it goes to the front. Decoy jumpers there. Clever play from Bellville. Smuts gets it back. Parker now uses the right boot. Alistair Lewis on the ball for Malan, but he's tackled. Berger now. Gets it to his first standoff receiver, looked like for Malan. Berger again. Donnie Nell's not going to go anywhere there. Bellville making sure of that. Ball is tackled out. Referee says ball is loose, but play on. Everybody's onside. Berger, close fringes, a bit of a skip pass. From the ground is Thompson now. Here we go again with Donnie Nell. Berger. Through the hands it goes of Bester. But referee will come back, I'm sure, for a straight-on penalty in the favour of DF Malan. And Donnie Nell, is he the person that's gone down? DF Malan won't want to see that. And nor do we, or any person here. It's been such a spirited game. Good, clean schoolboy first team under 19 rugby at its very best. And these young men are giving it everything for their respective schools. And Yako Smith, I think, is stamping his authority, which is good, and saying he wants this player, Donnie Nell, check carefully. Safety factors first, as much as the spirit of the day calls on one. Mr. Smith, the man in the middle, saying the priority on my traffic lane, my rugby field, is the safety of all players. And hats off to you, sir. Some changes made, taken there beautifully by Crichel. Leg drivers good by DF Malan. Taking it to Bellville now. Berger. Peterson. Berger. For Malan. Intercepted now. Trying to rip it away, but Smuts got his hands on the ball here. Parker puts it onto his right boot. And Surselese, the ball, roll. Off the boot of Delport, it's gone inside. This could be dangerous. It could be very dangerous because of going to have Bellville scoring under the poles. And just when everybody got excited, the kick was already out. A very interesting call and a good call from the AR on the far side. When that ball was knocked back into touch and kept in play, we all thought its foot was already in touch. So they have to come back to the line out. Kotza. He's the big man, the loose head. He now gets it on closer. Robertson can smell the whitewash of the try line. Hopefully Australia are not going to smell the whitewash of South Africa's try line today. Oh, that pass has gone anywhere. So much so it's gone to a blue jersey in the form of Peter Delport. And now they're opening it up. Alistair Lewis, he can run, but he's brought to ground. Very happy with the tackle, says the referee. And then says, also no arms, let it play on for a while. Then the indication came that the no arms were used in it. And bit of a tip truck tackle there. Rain, go away. Please come back on another day because we've got a game of rugby and it just seems to get a little bit of a drizzle coming back in here. But if all of us keep up positive energy to blow it away, we will have a second half of great entertainment. The leg drive is good. Don't forget that this has been brought to you by Global Sports Network coverage. The media providers for the service providers for this media coverage. Thank you to Global Sports Network as well. We are now close to the injury time. The rumble is still taking place. Berger now. That could be from an offside position if he picks it up. But referee would rather say it is time for the kettle to go on at home. He blows it for half time. He says go and get the tray, go and get the skunk board, get the water boiled, get the coffee, the biscuits, the cookies. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get a bottle of water. We're going to say to you, don't go far. Please don't. We've got an exciting 35-minute second half waiting for you here at Bellville High School with the scoreboard. At the present moment, the host leading 10 points to 3. We see you shortly. Well, welcome back, and we didn't wish hard enough because the rain is starting to come down again. The ducks and the geese, they've headed for home, and they're saying we're not staying here at Bellville Royal School because it is coming down. So is the kickoff now. It's a good one. It's deep from DF Malan. That's going to be returned with some interest. Back by Delport. Over the top we go. 10 points to 3 the score, the host leading. There'll be mighty cheers if they were victorious today here at Bellville. Parker yet again. He tries to aim for the far touchline, but he finds his wing. It's play on time. Going off their feet. No, referee says play on. This is good. Big replacements on for DF Malan. But we have a man down at the far side, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure the medics have got all this under control. But we just put positive energy and vibes out to the young man on the far side. We want to see him getting up as quickly as possible and as safely as possible. So let us just go with the flow at the moment. Give that young man the opportunity to recover. Also, it gives me the opportunity just to remind you about Global Sport Network and all the Premier School presentations today, making this game possible for us. Thank you to that social provider. Thank you to the camera crew here. Unsung heroes. They're trying to stand on scaffolds wherever they can find shelter and doing a great job so that we can get this game to you, as well as the control table. Always behind the scenes. Thank you, team. It's actually a great effort to make this possible for viewers at home. Well, making it possible now is Colin Berger, our captain of DF Malan. He's ready to feed. As he's done all day, director of our rugby refereeing here on this field is Jaco Smith, and he's saying, Mana, especially when it is slippery and sliding here like an ice rink, there is no ways that we are going to have loose binding in the front row. And if you've played in the front row, I'm sure you remember your days when you exchanged business cards or friendship cards with each other in that front row. Copper stump it was called. It's a bit upright, but going to ground now. Helped down by Thompson. Berger has a look again. DF Malan, beat 1, beat 2. That time it's knocked forward. It'll be a 1-2 popcorn call. Popcorn jumping out of the pot from both sides, but first infringement is from the Blue Hands. And Bellville, they've been kept in their half since the start of the second half. DF Malan have definitely put the accelerator down and realised that a converted try will level the scores. Everything to play for here. I hope the commentators at Ellis Park aren't going to be saying that later, because they hopefully are going to be saying, Die Bokke is ver voor. Right, over the hands again, and that's going to be options, knock into touch. But the first infringement will be the knock, and that's indicated by Jaco Smith to say, kom manne, ons moet weer scrum. Bellville were trying to do their long skip pass here. It's like throwing a bar of soap around in the bathroom. It's only going to reflect off the walls. Trust me, it's not going to hit your body. So keep it close quarters. Keep it taking it up like you were, Bellville. You were starting to dominate in that area. But DF Malan, they've picked up the recipe book and said, let's take it to Bellville the way they were giving it to us in the first half. And it's working. Berger. There's the bar of soap. 10 meets 10. And that is where Boertis is just saying hello to Bester. Interesting, both fly halves, capital B surnames. the Boertis and Bester show here, driven at number 10. With Smuts. Had a good game as young Smuts at scrum half for Bellville. Body height is good, front rows, the Bellville lean is going backwards now. Smuts gets it out through the hands of Boertis. Parker beats 1, beats 2, beats 3, beats 4, beats 5, goes to ground. It's got to play on the blind side from these. Off the hands it went of Robertson. Smuts yet again. Vermeulen. Van Villick, should I say. He's the man taking it on. I told you we're sitting with everything. We now got the drums beating down on us. And it's the first time I've seen this in a rugby match, but now the drummers are having a go at each other. Beautiful to see. Such camaraderie. And the bands actually approached each other just like the teams do. I thought I was watching a haka from the bands as they approached each other. You beat on my drum, I beat on yours. Well, the drum has been beaten here for Bellville as they kick it to the far touchline. Congratulations to the schools. Lovely. This is inter-school derby rugby. It's one that they look forward to. The Bellville DF Malan annual challenge. Last year had been at DF Malan. I can remember an absolute test match atmosphere. And when it called on to do this game today, it gave me no hesitation. My name, Barry Wilson. Delighted to be here. Over the top. It's knocked back. Referee says play on. Bellville in control here. Smuts. There comes the hard-running Christian de Wet. Trying to get that ball was Devon Swanepoel as well, helping Christian de Wet. But referee has to come back to set play. Scrum is good. It comes out the back. Smuts now. He's got to find quick hands. He finds it in Carla Oakham, the captain. Well, as I said to you, we've got the warriors from the cheerleaders. They are here. And they are challenging each other. They're meeting each other here on the sideline and saying, I can shout louder than you. So don't blame me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to get this through to you. I'm competing against 1,500 DF Malan as well as Bellville. Here comes Berger. There again now. Back onto the boot. It was going to go off Bester. Referee already calling the straight arm penalty infringement. No arms tackle again. Seen that 3 or 4 times this afternoon. And Eben Bester now. He ties the Parker trick. It goes deep downfield. Back onto the boot. And it's kept rolling inside. Now the run is on. Peter Dalport. He's explosive from the back. Stay on your feet at ruck. Let it come for the men in blue. Clever kick from Colin Berger. And that could be knocked into touch. Referee just having a look. Wasn't it deliberate? No. Otherwise, it'll be a penalty. They're just having a chat. And saying, all right, they're happy. It was just a knock into touch. Just a debate. Was that deliberate or not was the question. Referees were happy. AR was happy. Colin Berger's happy. DF Malan is happy because they are on the 22-metre line. They know now. Can they get to that whitewash? Colin Berger. Bester brings it back inside to the switch on Thompson, the 13 centre. Could have been a hard tackle. Krugel breaks through. He's still going. Berger again. The big men rumbling it on closer. DF Malan are turning up the volume. They're turning up the pace. Bester. It goes out wide. Delport gets his hands on it. Watch out, Bellville. Delport gets dangerous. And there's the knock on. The reoccurring penalties here. Our conductor, referee, Mr. Jaco Smith, will have a chat to Carlo Okamp and say, a little too many now. And he wants to keep the game positive, and he's done a great job as Jaco Smith, our referee. He's brought into the atmosphere. Carlo Okamp says, meneer, kan ek net gou met die manne praat? And Mr. Smith says, I think it's a very good idea because I don't want anybody sent to the naughty chair, which is in the headmaster's corridor. And that is stay on the field, players. Right, and the hard tackle cord indicated. And Bester reaches the touchline. And this is very, very interesting because DF Malan now know that they can capitalize from this. They get this over with the kick to come. It puts everything gelijk op. But it's not the first phase. It's taken away by Robertson. Smuts. Back it comes. And the clearance is a great one. It's a great exit. Parker again getting that ball downfield. Full credit to Ruan Robertson. He picked up the long throw over the top, took it forward, and then you had Ruan Smuts quickly finding Parker's right boot, and he hits it back down to the 10-metre line. Well taken in the line out. That looked like Krugel. And a bit upright at the present moment. The men in blue at the back, you can see Drifto trying to get it. Now Berger gets it. Bester gets it off quickly to, look like Donnie now. Good to see him back on the field. Was that holding? You've got the ball, referee says. Play for it instead of looking at me. Bellville are sort of on the back foot now, standing, waiting for DF Malan to come at them. And that's what Bellville did to DF Malan in the first half. They got to be careful. There's going to be a straight arm there. And that's the last thing that they would want now. And the captain, my captain, Carlo Okamp, not starting to, just had a chat to his team, and he's the first one to show the tip tackle. So Carlo Okamp just got to keep it together. And that has now allowed Bester to push it closer. A little bit stop-start game at the moment. Players are starting to feel the tension. They know the bragging rights here in the local derby. Drift out. Lost by Kruchel. Well tidied up here by Bellville, but the knock-on in the tidying up when going to ground was Roxanne Sparks, but the knock-on coming from that as well. And DF Malan still in an attacking position here. A big right shoulder is needed here from Jacobs. Or from the tight head, should I say. Looks like Jacobs for DF Malan, because then that could bring the blindside play into operation. LaRue could pick up. There he goes. Onto the blindside. That could be a deliberate knockdown. Referee says no, it was the arm in the tackle. And he wasn't going to get too excited about that being cynical. So he felt that the arms in the tackle were the reason for that being knocked forward. Big right shoulder needed now. The big right hand scrum is needed. Heinrich Jacobs, can he keep that right from his tight head position? Can he get one over Stian Kotzer, who's had a great game in the front row for Bellville? Jean Leroux, he will want to pick up. But he leaves it to Berger this time to come open side. Dylan Thompson crashes forward. He rolls and rolls like a dozen bread rolls. Coming back now is Jean Leroux, the number 8. Bester says, I'll take it on myself. Holding on could be the call, and holding on is the call. And that could be a very, very important steal from Ruan Robertson. The big lock getting himself down over the ball, staying on his feet at Raktam. And that was first receiver taking the ball away. Well played, Robertson. This young man in Parker has really controlled the situation with his big right foot today. He's boom-boomed it all over the field. And when it's come to taking pressure off, you've got James Parker at inside centre, standing up with his boom-boom driver and kicking this ball skillfully down the field to gain another 30 metres. Aiden Oliphant, over the top it goes. It's anybody's ball, but referee says in the line out at the back. There were blue fingers on it, and that was the first knock. So very fortunate of Bellville to get the scrum 15 now from the knock. While all our blowing here, our huffing and our puffing is starting to work, because we're blowing away the clouds, we're blowing away the raindrops. We've still got a wet, slippery arse-ring field. But these young men aren't going to be worried about that with 18 and a half minutes gone. 10 points to 3. Told you this is test match rugby. Oh, Bellville, are they going to actually hold on to this at 10 points or take it forward to 17? Or are DF Malan, are they going to come back and level the scores? You tell me, wherever you're watching. Downfield it goes again. The kick is good one. Dalport, Peter Dalport says, I'll put it back from where it came. Parker, he turns him around. And Sursula said that roll, roll, roll. And now, Bester. A bit of ping pong at the moment. One for you, one for me. The game's still alive. Comes inside. Over the top now. Smuts trying to dig it out, but he couldn't because it was held on to. And Donnie Nell, just what his opposite number, Ruan Robertson, did. The big lock in the green scrum cap. He was there straight away, was Donnie Nell. and he made sure he bent down, got down and lifted that prize of the rugby ball back to DF Malan, and they get the penalty infringement. Bester now hitting this 20 metres drift out. Hey Muri Roy Koleki Fint on the dartboard, just waiting for the dartboard to arrive. That's his forwards. Always interested to hear what these front row forwards say to each other when they pass on the code. But it must have been a good instruction, because beautifully taken by Krichel. The drive is good. DF Malan warming up on the field and on the sideline. Has it come to a standstill more? Because if it is, it'll be turnover. It'll be collapse more. That'll go to Bellville. And there you see, even though the drive was good from the men in blue, you've got to keep that ball going forward. Otherwise, you go to standstill. Any collapsed more will go automatic turnover, as you've just seen. Bellville did well to hold it up. You can feel the tension on the sideline. No one's leaving. Even if the snow comes, I can tell you right now, everybody will become a snowman or snow girl and will stay here, because the scarves are out, the jackets are out. Anything can come now in the last 15 minutes of this game. No one's leaving. Who is going to go home victorious? A big scrum from the men in blue. It's a turnover, 8-man shove. An 8-man scrum got that heel against the head. Berger now. Back on to Donnie Nell. Berger looks again. He finds the gold nugget. Bester says, I can go through you. But Bellville say, no, you can't. We'll bring you to ground. Recycling is good. Look like for Malan. Berger's needing some help here. Stay on your feet. Leave the ball alone, Bellville, because this could be dangerous for you in this territory. Krichel. Donnie now, he's on the ball. Berger. Bester. Inside to Diaga. Keeping it close on DF Malan. Patience is the call. Capital P. Krichel again. Had a great game as Donnie Nell. Berger, the inside, switch to Jacobs. This is the close fringes. Take it to them. John LaRue trying to do just that. And once again, a magnificent steal. Take a bow, Sean van Willig from Bellville. Mighty man there. Superman effort to get over that and pick it up and save Bellville. Turnover that could be so effective in the final outcome of this game. Parker looked for the far side, but he wasn't going to reach because he finds a hard-running Lucas. And Lucas actually did exceptionally well, Dion Lucas. But then the kick, a little too exaggerated. Options for Bellville, what would you like? Don't forget the captain is not there to make the call at the moment. He's sitting in the naughty chair for the tip tackle. The kick has been taken on the blind side. Smuts again. Right, no advantage coming from that, and referee is going to bring them back for the first knock, as you see indicated. Come on, surely, ladies and gentlemen, you've lit the fires at home, even though the big game, the test match, besides this big game here, is a couple of hours away. I'm sure you've got the logs on. I'm sure you've got the South African beef stick and the boerewors and the roller and the sly and the pap and the tomato sauce. Alles. And I'm sure you've got the kettle boiling as well. This is going to be big. Welcome to South Africa, Australia. We hope you enjoy your stay here. But trust me, the Bokke and the whole of our country are waiting for you. Well, we're just waiting here for the start as well. Credit to the schools, DF Malan and Bellville. Take the compliment from a neutral observer here to your schools. Take it back to the staff room. Credit to you for the wonderful spectacle you've given society today. Besides the rugby, there were hours, the months that have taken place to put the local derby, the interschooler, together. The kick hasn't gone out. Peter Dalport hasn't gone out. Has he been interrupted with? He most definitely has. And was Roxanne Sparks closing the door there? That sliding door from Sparks could have backfired because he stepped across in the line of running of Peter Dalport. But I think the glass is shattered in the sliding door of Mr. Sparks himself, coming off second best. Let's hope that he's well. He's not going to want to leave the game with 9 minutes to go. 8.5 to be exact. 10 points to 3. Nobody should be leaving. No one here is. And let's hope Mr. Sparks is going to... Looks like an ankle injury, a leg injury. But he's up. Tough man is Mr. Sparks. And I'm sure he's saying to his medical staff, Neerman here at Akvilspeel, I want to finish this game. But our ambulance isn't there for fun, Mr. Sparks. You're going to have to take the end of your game, I think. And you're going to be escorted, and give him a round of applause because Ruan Sparks has had a very good game this afternoon. Well done to our ambulance man. Our driver taking him up to the medical tent. And there a shout out from me on behalf of all of us to the medical staff as well. They always at these school matches, club matches, and unsung heroes as well. Thank you to all medical staff for the safety and care you give. Referee says play on. The blind side is being used here by Bellville. Trying again, keep possession. Stian Kotze, you can be proud of your efforts today, sir, in the loose head jersey position. There's a turnover ball. The blue wave is coming back now. Yes, it is. And now referee says hands in the ruck. Eagle eye. Yucko Smith, our referee, says stay on your feet. And ho under 8, asseblief. Because this is going to give Mr. Eben Bester, the vice captain of DF Malan, the chance to hit it. Some 17 meters, 18 meters I would call. Referee is starting to have a look at his watch, just making sure that he has got everything under control. What an atmosphere. That's come off the blue hands. Referee will say, continue. Pick and go time is it now for the men in blue. They should be doing that. It looks like LaRue's got his hands on the ball. This is Rumble Mania. No hands in there, Bellville. Berger looks wide. Bester sells a dummy. Dalport from fullback has said, I'm here, Eben Bester, to help you. Dimana and Blow, they taking it to Bellville now. Bellville on closing the space on defence. That's gone backwards and it's gone into touch. And you can just hear a deep sigh from the Bellville supporters. You don't have to rush anything now, Bellville. Oh, we're into the Cinderella time now. It's almost the end of the ball, ladies and gentlemen. Opa and Omar, Buti and Sissy. It's time for the music to start saying it's down to the last dance. Because we're into 4.5 minutes. Cinderella will be going home soon. And who's going to take home the golden slipper? Up goes Robertson. Referee says, Ekadet Kasing. There was a knock first. And wouldn't it be interesting if DF Malan actually managed to cross over now? I know if you're Bellville Honestiana, you'd be saying, near, meneer, commentator. No such chance, and good for you. Because every spectator is needed to blow their support, call out their support to the very end. And if you're sitting in the sitcom at home, turn up your volume. Stand up, get off this couch, and cheer these young men on. They are credit to their schools. Berger knows. This is the right shoulder time again for the Tate to get it going, because LaRue could pick it up. There's the same call again. Was that in the tackle knock? But DF Malan know exactly how important. And now I'll call on you. It's tap and go. Knock on time. You didn't have to panic, DF Malan. It's gone up into the skies. And that I'll just throw out to everybody. There are basically 3 minutes left on the clock. Penalty in front of the poles. 3 minutes, rather say it's 180 seconds. It's lots and lots of rugby time. Trust me, on a rugby field. No need to have rushed things, DF Malan. Because you see what happens from the rush. Unfortunately, rushed hands need to lock-ons. You could have still maybe even looked at poles. Trust me, get it over, and then it's only a try to score. Now it's a converted try needed. What a game, though. The carriage is drawn up at the ball. The horse's carriage is here for Cinderella. 2 minutes left. They're waiting patiently. The singing's getting louder. No one is going to give up here, rightfully so. Look at the scrum from DF Malan. Look like David Jordan then. And again now, 1.5 minutes. This has got to go to the touchline. This time I agree with them, because they're going to have to score from the line-out move and convert a try, and then you'll see volcanic eruptions in Bellville, because the spanner will be gelyk op. It's all down to this now. 1 minute. It is 62 seconds. This is what Interschooler is. This is what the community derby is all about. Drift out. The most important throw of his life. DF Malan, the most important line out. It's over the top. The sands of Tarmog being kicked, run down now. Parker. It's huge. It's up into the sky. But it hasn't gone out. Looks like LaRue again. There's 20 seconds. Great play by DF Malan, taking it on further. Berger gets there. Got to keep it close. Bester gives it away. It's intercepted. It's play on. Van Lochenberg now, but the ball has gone forward. Is this going to be the last dance? It is, definitely. We're running into referee's optional time. Don't forget we had 1 or 2 injuries. That's why I was calling earlier on. There's still lots of time on a rugby field. Bellville know the importance of this last scrum probably. Can they keep the men in blue? DF Malan, they're the ones to know now that no knock on, no kicking the ball away. It's a great scrum from Bellville. The ball's out. To ground it goes. Could have that been Diaga? It's a turnover ball. Smuts gets. Parker out the back door. The crowd already onto the field. It's Jordan. Bellville are here to play. Van Lochenberg. It's one more. Bellville are not going to let this go. The captain's back. It's the trial time. It's trial time. It's trial time, ladies and gentlemen. Just when it was the last dance and the music quietened down, suddenly the referee said, "You play on." And Bellville did that, some 60, 70 meters. There was interaction. There was play down the wing from Jordan. That could have been one of the big men in Stale or Robertson that went over. And now Parker. He deserves the last wave of the wand. He's had a magical game this afternoon as Parker. And he's pushed it to the right-hand side. The referee does blow. Bellville, you're going to need an army tank to keep these young ladies and gentlemen off the field of victory from Bellville. Hold your heads up high, DF Malan. Your school and your team have done exceptionally well. But credit to the host. You are the champions, Bellville first team. You are the champions, Bellville Hoer School for 2025. What an honor. What a test match Saturday afternoon it's been. I've been encouraging you and calling on you. That is me, as in Barry Wilson, to say, support this test match and get ready to support the big one, the green and gold Booker this afternoon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I close down, I just want to again express to the table, the control table here, to the cameramen, thank you for fighting all the elements, the sound, the weather. We made it happen. You made it happen. And here's my final quote that I always leave. If you see somebody walking around today with a sad face, please take off one of your happy smiles and give it to them. And let us keep believing in our great country, believing in our schools, our clubs, and our Booker, and keep on smiling. Until next time, Barry Wilson saying thank you, Baie Dankie, and we will see you again. Celebrate in style.